What is going on, guys? Johnny GB here, bringing you my Week 4 PMC battle. We are taking on Heracrossonite and the SL Banefica or Baneficia. I think it's Banefica. There's a Mega Bayonet on the logo. It's after one of the, I believe it's the Spanish soccer, one of the Spain soccer teams, which is Baneficia. Might be Italy. I know it's based off one of the soccer teams. I watch a lot of the soccer, so I kind of figure. But you guys saw the team builder. You guys see his team. We're going against Cobalion, Tapu Bulu, Toxapex, Kartana, Mandibuzz, Raikou. So right away, I know my Landorus puts in the finest of work this week. So I saw that team preview, and I was excited, but we're going to get right into the battle. Very hyped up when I saw his team. His only real Pokemon that dealt with my Landorus was that Mandibuzz, which I have my Primarina for. Mandibuzz does not want to take a Choice Specs Moonblast, so he's going to lead off with his Cobalion. I'm going to lead off with my Braviary. It was my best option to try and lead with, and I knew he was going to probably try to get Rocks up turn 1. So I just hard switched into my Jirachi to try to get my Stealth Rocks up, and very good on his part, very basic play to make. I'm gonna get my Stealth Rocks up as he does show Thunder Wave, which I knew at this point that would be an issue, a very big issue. But you're gonna see I'm gonna go for the Z move now. Jirachi's going to get that +1 defense, so I know I can take on Kartana a little bit better. And I'm going to get my Stealth Rocks up. So we're +1 defense Jirachi now. I can take hits from Kartana. And he's going to withdraw his Cobalion, and he's going to go out into his Raikou. Now, with my current Jirachi set, I cannot touch this Raikou. I was not thinking about having a Jirachi vs Raikou matchup, so I was unsure of what to do at this point. I did not know what kind of Raikou. Then he showed Calm Mind, and I knew this would be a problem. So I just go for the HP Fire just to scout, and it's going to do pretty much nothing. So I allowed him to get 2 Calm Minds essentially up in this turn, and I knew it was not going to go over well. So my best option was having to go to Tauros, and I had to risk a Speed Tie. Now, I wanted to scout for Shadow Ball, but I was not expecting him to go for the Ghostium Z. So it turned out to work for me at this point, but then was not able to scare out the Raikou with a potential Choice Scarf Earthquake. Instead, he just goes for the Thunderbolt. Down goes Tauros, so my best thing to do now is just go out into my Life Orb Emboar and just try to scare him out again, which I do successfully as he goes out into his Toxapex. Now, this did give me an opportunity to set up a Bulk Up later on. I do go for the Flare Blitz, and it does a decent amount to the Toxapex. I mean, that's a very good chunk of damage for a pretty bulky Pokemon, and I wasn't going to take a lot of recoil. So you're going to see he's going to get the Black Sludge recovery. Fine by me. I'm going to scout for the Baneful Bunker as I go for the Bulk Up, which benefits me now because I can KO him with Wild Charge at this point. Oh, we're getting a little bit laggy here. But at this point, he now dies to Wild Charge at +1. So he's going to withdraw, and he's just going to go out into his Cobalion to scout and see if I do go for that Wild Charge. I kind of wish at this point I clicked Flare Blitz. I feel like getting rid of this Cobalion would have been very good to me. And at this point, my Emboar I have to save for later on because I can set up 1 on the Toxapex. So I go out to my Landorus here. I was kind of predicting a Volt Switch or a Thunder Wave. Now, this is where it doesn't turn out good. He goes for the Flash Cannon, which I could have stayed in, I could have taken, and I could have KO'd this Landorus. or I mean this Cobalion. Here he's going to show the hidden power ice, which will take out my Landorus. So at this point, he brought my Landorus into a range where I should not have brought Life Orb, and it ended up costing me my Landorus. He was Shuckaberry, so he was prepared for a Landorus set, but at this point, I'm going to lose my Landorus. He's going to lose his Cobalion, which is fine because it did its job. It got Stealth Rocks, it paralyzed my Jirachi, but now I lost my Landorus, which essentially took out his Raikou at this point. Now, I go out to my Braviary, I'm going to take the 25% to Stealth Rocks, and at this point, I just have to U-turn. I outspeed the Raikou. I just have to U-turn. I have to try to get damage off. I know he's going to probably switch, and Toxapex is a very good switch. So I'm just going to U-turn and go out into, I believe it's Emboar after this. And losing Landorus because, granted, I was not really expecting HP Ice, but had I maybe had Yachi Berry and I was able to get that Rock Polish off, I could have potentially just swept. But here he's going to withdraw his Toxapex on my Primarina, probably for scouting for the Psychic. I was not sure on his Tapu Bulu build. I go for the Moonblast. It was the safe middle ground play, just in case he does go to his Mandibuzz. I can take that out. But here's the Tapu Bulu. I was unsure if I outsped this thing, because if he was max speed, he did take me out. He did show leftovers, so it didn't really give me an idea of what his Tapu Bulu was, so I wasn't going to risk my Primarina, which is one of the things that can help me win this game. So I'm just going to have to go to Emboar and pretty much sack off Emboar at this point, as he's just going to go for the Horn Leech. Emboar will live that hit, but I needed a way to force him out, and pretty much at this point, going for Flare Blitz is my only option. I think I can live I think I lived one hit of Life Orb because of the grassy terrain. So here he's going to withdraw, and I probably should have took this as an opportunity to see maybe he didn't outspeed my Emboar. But I'm just going to go for the Flare Blitz. I'm going to die to Recoil. I mean, Wild Charge was an option, so was Bulk Up, but it's not something I could have risked, as I'm going to take the Recoil, now the Life Orb, and down goes Emboar. So right now I'm just in a horrible spot. There's not much I can do. My ways to kill Toxapex at this point are just Primarina, but that involves me now having to be Choice Specs and do a lot of predicting later on. But at this point, I have nothing for the Kartana. I have nothing to check the Kartana. He's going to go for the Baneful Bunker to scout what I'm going to do, as I just click Psychic. So this does give him an opportunity to switch into his Mandibuzz pretty freely. Knowing that he's probably knowing I'm Choice Specs, so he can go easily out into his Mandibuzz. So I make the switch. I go out to my Jirachi, just because I know he will switch out. He knows I'm Choice Specs. He knows I'm going to switch out. He goes out to Pebbles, the Mandibuzz. Now he's going to take the Stealth Rock damage. Here's where I make a giant mistake. I thought he would, to preserve his Raikou so that it could potentially clean up, I really predicted the defog here. I was really predicting the defog to see if he could give my Braviary a +1, and then I can spam Brave Bird for a little bit. Instead, he goes for the foul play, and Braviary's going to go down, pretty much hurting any chances I have now at this point. Honestly was not thinking foul play, so that ended up costing me the game pretty much at this point. At this point I'm fighting for differential. I'm going to stay in and just go for the Ice Beam at this point. I know it can hit the Mandibuzz, it'll hit the Tapu Bulu. So I just Ice Beam, and that will take out Tapu Bulu. Primarina putting in some work for us. It's a mon I'm starting to really like a lot competitively. And here he goes out to his Raikou, who's going to take Stealth Rock damage now at this point. Now, I had no real chance to try and kill this thing, but staying in was my best option to see if I can take out a couple mons with Jirachi. I go for the Ice Beam here, which does take out the Raikou. So Primarina, 2 kills. It's gonna get some life, or it's gonna get some leftovers. But here comes Kartana, and I wanted to switch to Jirachi, but I do switch to Jirachi as he makes the right play here and just goes for the Night Slash, which you're gonna see is just, without that +1, just does a lot. And that's where I said in the team builder, I kind of think I should have put the 200 extra EVs into special, or into its defense, because I would have taken that Night Slash a lot better. He wouldn't have been able to 2-hit KO me, and I could have killed it with Hidden Power Fire, which would have then just left my Primarina to deal with Mandibuzz and Toxapex, which that becomes a problem in itself because I am Choice Spec, so eventually I'm going to be 1v1, but we're going to end up losing to Heracrossenite. I believe it was a 3-0, as he had Kartana, Mandibuzz, and Toxapex left. So we fall down to 1-3, which I'm a little disappointed in it. I'm not playing to the standard I think I should. As you guys seen, my PGL battles are a lot different. So I don't know. It could be the team. You guys are going to see some major changes here. You guys will see on Wednesday some very important trades went on that shook up the team a lot. So keep an eye out for that update video Wednesday night on the team situation, what is going on with the team. We did make some changes. I discussed it with a few people, and I think these trades are for the better of the team. But it was a good game by Heracross. Nothing I could really do. I just could not play around the Mandibuzz and the Toxapex. So really, I look back at it, and if I was Yachi Lando, I think I could have had a better shot. I would have been able to take that Hidden Power Ice from the Cobalion, which was great tech for him, especially with the Shucca Berry, but that's all hindsight in this battle, pretty much. It's all in the past now. We just got to move forward. We're 1-3. We're outside the playoffs right now, but if we can finish up strong, win our last 6 games, go 7-3, I think that will be the best for us. But if you guys enjoyed this battle, go ahead, leave a like on the video. Go over to Heracross's channel, support him, and I will be back next week, guys, with Week 5. We are taking on another new coach, I believe, Arcanite, who you guys probably saw from the UPC I was in back almost last year. We'll be taking on the San Antonio Victory Bells, so keep an eye out for that battle uploaded on Sunday. With all that being said, guys, I am Johnny GB, and I'm out.